Hello and welcome to another episode of Jeremy Cantor's Ohio Prospecting. And if you're new today, I hope to earn your subscription. And today's episode is a double pay dirt review. And they are low-cost pay dirts, and are they worth buying? So let's get into that and show you the two pay dirts. Be right with you. Okay, so the first bag that I'm actually going to pan out is from Sluice Boy Prospecting. This is his dredge cons, and he also has a YouTube channel if you want to go over and check him out. I'm not affiliated by him in any way possible. I picked up his bag actually on Amazon. So yeah, and judging by Georgia material, since I've panned down there so many times before, we're not even going to classify that. We're just going to throw it straight into the green pan, since it's a small bag of pay dirt. I might dump half at a time or whichever. But this bag here is Pan More Gold by panmoregold.com. It's a 1 pound reserve blend of gold pay dirt, and it's a guaranteed bag, even though everybody says those are red flag bags. But that's why we're doing this video. We're seeing if these low dollar bags are actually worth buying. So yeah, and since this is Colorado material and it's a little bit more coarse and not so fine like that material, I'll do a wet classification in the pan, and we'll pan it out in the panning station. So let me get prepared and I'll be right with you. Okay, so here we are at the Sluice Boy Prospecting Dredge Cons. Go ahead and check them out on YouTube. And let's see what his pay dirts look like in a bag. We're going to go ahead and pour half of it in there. Already seeing a little bit of organics. And what looks like a piece of gold floating on water. Right there. And there. So let's get this all nice and wet. And we'll pan this down a little bit and then dump the rest in. And we're starting to get down to the heavies. Starting to see some heavy material down there. There was a lot of that fluff sand in there. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a tip back. Getting there. A little bit of black sand in there. What looks like magnetics is actually pretty heavy. Maybe I should pan this Georgia style and do the Alabama bump on it. I don't like doing that though. I like this better. It keeps the gold a little bit tighter. So I'll go ahead and get that snuffered up and be right with you. Oh. And I'll get you guys off the tripod here and we'll get a better close-up. And here's what the Sluice Boy concentrates look like, all cleaned up. Not bad. And I would say for a cheap buy, for $15 to $16 what it cost on Amazon, for the average at-home panner, for the aesthetics of a nice little amount of gold to look at, it's not bad. So after it dries up, we'll actually get it onto the scale and we'll see how much you actually recovered for that $15. And here's a really good close-up shot of the Sluice Boy concentrates from Georgia. Okay, so now we're ready to move on to the next bag. We're going to go ahead and put this pan under water. Try to get some extra water in it. Oh. Yeah, here, we'll move sides here. Should be good enough. Alright. And now we're on to Pan More Gold from panmoregold.com. We're going to be careful with this one because, yeah, as you can see, stuff did breach up to the top of the bag because the seal wasn't sealed all the way across. So, we got to be careful with that. Seen the dust fly out of there as soon as that ripped across. And as you can see in that material down there, very coarse. Almost looks like none of it is river rounded. I don't see any river rounded material in there. A lot of organics. We'll go ahead and just dump it all in there. Float it on over this way so I can get the creases of the bag. No baby tarantulas clawing out of there, that's good. Never know with those desert pay dirts. Very dusty in there. But seems like I got everything out. Go ahead and start shaking it down. Oh yeah. There's definitely some organic floating around in there. But just doing this is just ensure that there's no little pieces of gold left on there. That's why I didn't do a dry classification. Wet classification was the best for this, because I don't know what type of gold that's going to be stuck in there. That's pretty cool. Nice little piece of quartz. Looks pretty similar to that Arizona quartz. Alright, so we're going to in fact take this, dump it in there. We'll slide this one over out of the way. Let's see if there's anything in there, which I doubt. Let's see if I can move this over enough. Alright, I'll have to hold it. Okay, so I'm not seeing nothing in there. Not even a speck. So, okay. Now, there might have been some gems or something in there. I don't know. Get that color off. Back here, see what's in there. Oh yeah, starting to see some nice looking gold already. So let me get this all cleaned up and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got that gold all cleaned up into here, just letting it dry out. As soon as it dries up a little bit, here we get a better close-up. So you can tell the difference between Georgia gold and Colorado gold. This gold's definitely a lot more coarse. Yeah, keeps messing with me here. But as soon as it gets dried up here, I will get you a nice close-up. And here we're back, all dried up. Let's see if we can get a nice close-up. I'll try to steady it a little bit here. Yeah, some pretty coarse looking stuff. And just to give you a side-by-side comparison, let me grab the other gold from the Sluice Boy concentrates. And just to show you in the other pan, well, seems so weird on camera. Here's that Georgia gold. And the Colorado gold. So I would say that they're both pretty good buys. And we'll get you back zoomed out here. I'll get these both onto some paper and then we'll throw it on a scale real quick. Okay, so here we are back. Just make sure that it's still going. And first off is we're going to start off with the Sluice Boy concentrates. Let me get this into some paper. Okay, so let's see if there's any weight to the Sluice Boy concentrates from the dredge cons. And yeah, a little bit over 1/10 of a gram. So that's not bad. Pretty good for $15. And just to show you what we're going to do with that, see this gold sitting over here? That's the 500 subscriber gold. Oh, and we're going to drop it right on it. Make sure there's nothing in there. Boom. And we'll get ready for the next one. So, yeah, for $15, that's a pretty good buy. I think it was like $15.99. Something like that. So $16. And that was free shipping. Because it was Prime. Alright, so on to the Panmore Gold from Colorado's Unsearched Gold Pay Dirts. Let's see what we got for... Oh, I'm going to have to turn that back on. Okay, so I got it back on. Grab the gold from the pay dirt. We got to hurry up and get it on there before the scale shuts back off again. So let's see how much this one weighs. I did see this little piece here float over the edge, but it didn't make a difference. Okay, so there's definitely a little bit less gold in the Colorado Unsearched Pay Dirts from panmoregold.com, and that bag was actually a little bit more expensive, even though there was a lot more material in that bag. But I wouldn't say it was a total loss, because it was a fun bag of pay dirt to go through, and it had all the qualifications that you would look for in a bag of pay dirt. It had a nice bit of organics in it. It did cloud the water up pretty good. It had different sizes of material in it. And even though it only had one type of size of gold, it was still pretty fun to pan out, and it was still worth the money. In my opinion, anyways. So, are these 2 bags of pay dirts worth panning? I would say so, especially if you're a hobbyist miner or you're into pay dirts. This is definitely some fun pay dirts to get into. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on out there. Later.